a bit of visualization. Also, we're going to have a look at a little bit of kind of gratitude meditation too. And yeah, just really looking forward to the session today. So we're bang on 9 o'clock, so I'm going to get started. Hopefully the sound and everything is okay at your end. Just drop me a little note in the chat box, say hello, let me know that you're here as well too. So in terms of the meditation sessions, for any of you who have been to one of these practices before, you know that I always like to kind of put a bit of an intention out for the session. So today is to look for good in yourself. So sometimes we can be really harsh on ourselves and we can be quite self-critical. But I want to challenge you to look for good in yourself today, and also the people around you as well, because sometimes when people are getting on our nerves a little bit, or not doing the things we want them to do, sometimes we can look for the more negative traits rather than the really positive things as well. So we're encouraging you to look for good in the people around you as well. So I can see a couple of comments coming through. Hi, Alistair, great to have you here this morning. So in terms of, as we go through the practice, make it your own. And that's why I always say you choose your posture, your pose, and how you're sitting, how you're lying down through the session today. So an elongated spine is always best for meditating. It helps with our diaphragmatic, our deep belly breathing that we like to focus on as well. And I will guide you through the different practices so that you can change your posture and pose if you want to do that as well. So it's time for us to get started with our meditations. I'm going to pop my camera off as always and just guide you through the practices. So as I do that, please just get yourself comfortable. And just begin to tune into your breath. And we're going to start with a practice. It's called breathing space. And I think often when we're really busy, it feels quite difficult to kind of take time out, catch our breath. But this is about creating breathing space through a little bit of visualization. So if you can imagine an hourglass, and the upper part of this contains everything that you're experiencing, feeling, or are aware of at this moment that is perhaps causing you a bit of tension, a little bit of frustration, perhaps some distress. And I would like you to hold all these things in your awareness for about a minute. So just become aware of any of the things that you might be wrestling with. And it can help here if you want to focus on your breath as well. And just take a look at these things, these thoughts, whatever they are. And just accept with your whole senses, with your whole self, just all these aspects of the present moment. And just acknowledging that this is simply the way that things are now and that things can change quite quickly. And what I'm going to ask you to do now is to picture the narrow neck of the hourglass, which symbolises the point at which you let go of all thoughts as best you can and focus only on the breath. Just breathing in and out slowly and calmly for 10 breaths, just allowing any thoughts simply to pass by without getting embroiled in them. So just continue here for 10 breaths. Now that you're hopefully feeling already a little bit more calm and a bit more serene, I'd like you to now visualise the bottom third of the hourglass. This is the base and the centre of strength. And as you look at it, become aware of your feet and let yourself feel grounded with your feet planted on the floor. So whether you're seated or lying down, just make sure that there's a firm connection between your feet and the floor beneath you. And just imagine that you're growing roots that go deep into the ground, and visualise a tree, symbol of strength and fortitude, or a mountain. Whatever symbol works best for you. And the aim of this visualization is just to allow your negative thoughts, anxious thoughts, thoughts that aren't serving you, just to trickle down to the bottom, observing how you can not get embroiled in the thoughts and just to let them go. But also there's something about the visualization of letting them kind of flow down and also breathing through how you feel as well. And knowing that your breath can be a really good way to kind of reset if you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling nervous, if you're feeling anxious, to really tune in to your breath. The real deep belly breathing that we talk about is what you want to aim to be doing here as well. So at any point, you can return to this visualization of the hourglass and just really become aware of the things that are frustrating you and allow some of these thoughts just to flow away visually. We're going to continue with the theme of visualization, and this time look at a mountain visualization. So if you want to change your posture at this stage, then please feel free to do so. Nice seated posture can work really well here. But again, if you prefer to lie down, that's absolutely fine too. Or for some people with the mountain pose, they prefer to stand up. So whatever works for you. And what I want you to do is just now visualize the most beautiful, awe-inspiring mountain that you know. Or perhaps imagine one as best that you can. The mountain has a pointed or rounded summit, sloping sides, and a firm base. Now try to project yourself, or project this image, should I say, onto yourself. So your head becomes the summit, your shoulders and arms become the sloping sides, and your buttocks and legs become the base of this majestic mountain. And notice how even that visualization sometimes helps you to sit more strongly with a better posture. And what I want you to do is just now picture the mountain on a mild spring day. So there are birds flying and small insects buzzing in the air. The trees and shrubs all around. They're on the mountain slopes and have begun to sprout new leaves. Everything is flourishing and flowing. There's a smell of lilac and a slight breeze is blowing. Just picture this scene. The mountain stands majestically in the midst of all this activity. It remains strong and motionless, as if keeping watch over everything. And now in your mind's eye, change the season to a blazing hot summer's day. Picture what that might look like. The sky is blue. And the sun is so bright and vibrant. The air might feel a little heavy and oppressive. You can see butterflies in the air, bees searching for their nectar, and small animals scampering around on the mountainside. All the colours of the rainbow are gathered around you in the form of flowers and leaves. The many different shades of green stand out. Deciduous and evergreen trees, grasses and ferns. Again, the mountain looks imperturbable and majestic. Again, it does not move, as if a sentry watching over the natural world, as it has done for thousands upon thousands of years. And now just let this image fade into the background. And next imagine a windy, rainy autumn day. The sky is covered with grey clouds, and the wind is blowing and whistling all around the mountainside. All living creatures seem to have hidden themselves away. Colourful autumn leaves, green, yellow, red, brown, and orange, swirl through the air. The branches of the trees and the taller bushes dance a wild autumn dance. And soon the rain pelts down all around. And even in these wild times, the mountain stands tall and strong, deeply rooted in the rock of Mother Earth. And for your last image now, just imagine the strong mountain on a winter's night. The full moon can be seen glowing between the clouds. Snowflakes drifting down. Each flake a unique and perfect natural wonder. Little by little, the bare trees and shrubs are sprinkled with this white powder. And some branches start to bend under their chilly burden. You can feel and almost smell the cold. The mountain is a magnificent sight on an icy night. Everything about it is quiet and firm. It has long been familiar with the changing seasons, and with them will continue to reign over us, perhaps forever. And you too have experienced and survived the changing tides of emotion, circumstances, and life. And if you can accept deep inside yourself that everything comes and goes, then everything becomes more bearable and you become more aware of your inner strength. Think about how you can take this visualization and this imagery of the mountain when you're looking for strength, when you're looking for groundedness and to be more rooted as well. It can be a really good visualization. And to stand in a really strong, upright posture, sometimes lifting your arms in a V shape, just out to the side, can be a really good way to bring in some more kind of confidence more stability, more focus, especially if you're about to do something that you're a bit nervous about as well. So if you wish to change your posture now, please feel free to do so. And this next meditation can work really well, either lying down, probably lying down is my favourite for this one, or seated. It's a gratitude meditation. So if your eyes aren't already closed, I'd ask you to just gently close your eyes and just allow your body to relax into this gratitude meditation practice. You can stretch your neck from side to side, releasing any tension you might have felt from just waking up this morning. And I'd ask you to just soften your jaw by gently opening your mouth and allow your tongue to drop to the bottom of your mouth. And just let your arms relax gently by your side. You can be on your legs with your palms facing upwards, or any position that feels comfortable. So you may feel some tingles, some heat, or even maybe a little bit of coldness in your arms and hands. And just let your hands relax, easing any tension by gently wriggling your fingers. And just begin to become aware of your breath in your chest or your stomach area. If it feels comfortable, breathe deeply into your stomach as you inhale and allow your tummy to fall on the exhale. You might feel some butterflies or tenderness in this area. Breathe through these feelings, saying to yourself internally, I'm inhaling calm and exhaling tension. And just continue to follow your breath through your body, taking in some deep cleansing breaths and repeating internally, inhaling calm and exhaling tension. And just allow your breath to flow down to your legs, down to your feet. And just continuing to imagine that your feet are the root, the source of the power, source of your groundedness, to the floor and wherever that you're sitting or you're lying. And I'd like you to just take a moment now to notice any tension releasing from your body as you continue to repeat, I'm inhaling calm and exhaling tension. And continue here for a few breaths. And as your body relaxes, take a moment to consider the magical powers that your body is performing every minute of every day. From aiding our breathing, blood flow, and movement, without us really having to give it a second thought. I would like you to now repeat internally, I am thankful to my body. And repeat that 5 times internally. I am thankful to my body. I am thankful to my body. Now consider something good that has either happened this morning or yesterday. You might have had a good laugh with one of your colleagues, chatted with a friend, gone for a nice fresh walk, had a nice surprise, whatever it might have been. Visualize this positive experience and say internally, I am thankful for this experience. I am thankful for this experience. I am thankful for this experience. Now consider a person in your life who has or is currently supporting you in some way. As you think of this person, place your hands on your heart and send some positive energy and gratitude to this person. And continue here for a few breaths. Who's really gone over and above for you? Gone out of their way to do something kind? Been there to listen? To step in when you needed support? Now finally consider an opportunity that you have on the horizon that you're really grateful for. Consider one positive step that you're going to take that will ensure that it works out positively for you. And just ponder that for a few moments. And just lie or sit here in this peaceful state of gratitude with your hands gently placed on your heart, internally repeating, I breathe in gratitude and I breathe out joy. I breathe in gratitude and I breathe out joy. Sometimes we can see the out breath as the release, but actually you can also push that positive energy back out into the world. Breathing in gratitude and breathing out joy. So I'm going to finish this gratitude meditation with a gratitude poem by Melody Beattie. Gratitude, it turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion into clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. It turns problems into gifts, failures into successes, the unexpected into perfect timing, and mistakes into important events. It can turn an existence into a real life and disconnected situations into important and beneficial lessons. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace to today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. I'd like you to consider how you can share this feeling of gratitude with loved ones, people you know, people you come into contact with, even though you might not know them so well. Be more focused on what we're grateful for in our life, and also sharing gratitude with people as well can be really positive and uplifting for everyone involved. And I'd really like you to take into your day this question. What do you want to do to stay in a positive and grateful place? And I picked a couple of cards for us to finish today with from my mindfulness card deck. And it just happens to be that one of them is gratitude. So I'll start with that. And just in any of the words that I'm sharing with you, just see if there's any relevance for you, anything that resonates, anything that you can take into your day. So gratitude. When we show gratitude, we feel grateful for the things we have and are given, and the people who are important in our lives. If we can have an attitude of gratitude, we can attract more abundance in our lives and feel enriched because we acknowledge how fortunate we are. It's uplifting to feel grateful, and we can pause and reflect on all the good things in our lives and experience some empathy for those that are less fortunate. Gratitude allows us not to take things for granted, but instead to cherish everything we have. And a couple of gratitude affirmations at the bottom. I feel grateful for all the positive things in my life, and gratitude is uplifting. It gives me more purpose and empathy. And the final card that I feel is really relevant, because I love music, and it's entitled Music. Music has terrific uplifting qualities. We should use music to create happiness and joy. The vibrational frequencies in music affect our moods and emotions, so we can use music in a positive way to give us motivation, comfort, inspiration, peace, and also tranquility. Music can help you focus your mind on the task in hand. How can you bring music into your life? Share and enjoy music with others, and use it for all the positive qualities that will enhance your well-being. And the affirmations here are: I love to use music in my life for positive inspiration, to focus, and for upliftment. I can share music with others to help them in a positive way too. Just think about how you can take either gratitude or music into your day ahead. Maybe a bit of both. And just gently become more aware of your space that you're in. You might want to gently open your eyes, wriggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. You might want to put your hands overhead, big morning stretch, arms out in a good T shape. Bring your arms across your body, give yourself a gentle hug, and just take in one last deep cleansing breath. Inhaling calm and exhaling tension. I want to thank you for joining me today. If you want to take a few more moments just to come to and become aware of your environment, you don't have to rush. If you're not going straight into a meeting or straight out, then feel free to just take your time. Really thank you for coming along. That's part of my gratitude. I'm always grateful to see a few people joining this session, and hopefully see you at a future session again. I can see a few comments coming through. Thanks, Alistair. Thanks, Mum, for joining as well. And thanks to the rest of you too who have joined in today, and hopefully see you soon. Take care, everyone. Speak soon.